This is the initial layer of red marble that I'm going to demonstrate for you. You're going to need following color pencils. You're going to start with white, yellow, orange, and then red. You always want to work from light to dark. White is not just the weakest color, it could also be a very strong color. So I'm going to initiate this, but I'm going to also use this for blending later on. So let's go ahead and get started with that. Always have your photo next to you.
Right, here we go. Light pressure. As you can see, it's not just pure white, it's very creamy, yellowy, orangey sort of white. So I'm going to go ahead and use those a lot. But wherever you see it to be a mixture of white, it's a good idea for you to put it in now.
Alright, I think I have pretty good amount of white, so I'm going to go ahead and use yellow in order for me to work on a lot of these areas here. Pretty be generous with amount of yellow. Pretty much I'm just going to cover it all. Why? Because I know that there are a lot of warm tones associated with this marble, and we're going to be able to cover up a lot of this unnecessary yellow with other red. So I'm pretty much going to be very generous when it comes to yellow by covering the whole thing. But I'll try to avoid this area since I know it's going to be a little bit darker. Alright, I think that's pretty good. I'm going to use orange as well to start building up the colors. Right after this orange, I'm going to go back over with the white because I know I lost a lot of pure white. Just to redefining it is going to help. remember, this is very abstracted, so even if you mess it up, nobody's gonna know. I feel like I just made an Instagram TikTok feed, because I know there's a lot of videos that's going around that says nobody's gonna know.
It looks like a small shape of a heart right there. Interesting.
Now I'm going to cover just a tiny bit of orange over the white, and I'm going to go back over with white. I don't want to lose any more of this beautiful white information, so it's worth it, in my opinion, for us to take the time to revisit some of those colors. As you can see, take your time with your layering. More layers you put in, better it's going to be. Remember that. There's no shortcut with color pencils. Is really the most important color in this one, obviously, because it's a red marble. But don't worry about all these darks. Go ahead and cover that over, because we are going to use the complementary colors of green to increase the intensity to work on the darks. So if you want to have a green next to you, that's great, but I'm going to actually keep my orange and yellow next to me to blend it, and then adding the contrast of the intensity later on.
Please keep your pencil sharp at all times. Ignore all those tiny small lines at this time. We can always bring that out with a little bit of a white mixture, because it is pretty white and blended color. So worry about keeping only the very significant white reflections.
Now I'm going to go ahead and white color pencil. I'm going to zoom in here a little bit more so that you can see here and what I mean by that. We have a lot of tiny things here. I can use yellow and white to enhance those colors. So let's see if we can do that. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and use a little bit of green to increase that intensity. There are a lot of information like this one, and just take small section at a time. And again, only scratch the surface. Please do not put too much wax. That's going to prevent any more coloring, and we definitely don't want to do that. Only barely scratch the surface. Don't let all those tiny information overwhelm you. It seems like we are overwhelmed with some kind of monsters out in the hallway. Please ignore it. I think it's theater students who are practicing for their next shows out in the hallway. There you go. All right. Going to take my time to go back over a little bit more information on that. Okay, so I'm done with this section. As you can see, it's pretty easy. You just have to play with the darkness and the contrast by using the complementary colors. So I'm going to go ahead and keep doing the rest of them in a very fast speed way, but pretty much what I'm doing here is repetitive all over.